I wasn't being real since the beginning, since I was in the room sharing.
Why I left the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. First of all, I want to thank you, Ronnie, for sharing your perspective. I also want to give a shout out to Lolita Burton. She shared her perspective of why she left Narcotics Anonymous. And now I'm going to share with you guys why I left AA. Number one, I left AA because AA was never really there for me anyway. I'm on Suboxone. I got on Suboxone in 2015, and it literally saved my life. AA, NA, all these programs, they can say that they support medication-assisted treatment, but their members do not. And their members are what make up the program. And so it was very clear to me that people would say they supported me, but then behind my back, they were like, when is she going to get off Suboxone? She's not sober because she's on Suboxone. She shouldn't even been sharing in this meeting right now. And there's many times where I was told that I couldn't share. So that's the first reason. The second reason why I left Alcoholics Anonymous is because it kept me stuck. It kept me stunted. Once an addict, always an addict? No ma'am, no sir. No ma'am, no sir. You can 100% recover from the disease of addiction. You can 100% turn your whole life around and never have to go back to the life that you lived. And so once an addict, always addict? Absolutely not. The program of Alcoholics Anonymous wanted me to be dependent solely upon them and a higher power. And to me, that's the same thing as being dependent upon Suboxone or being dependent upon my drug of choice. It was no longer serving me. It wasn't something that was helping me push forward and grow more in my life. And I will tell you this, like, when I left Alcoholics Anonymous, all the people who I thought were my friends, all the people who I thought supported me, they're nowhere to be found. It was like I never fucking existed. It was like I never fucking existed. As long as you're plugged into what they're doing and you're following their little fucking rules and shit, then you're like all it is. But that's just not me. I step outside of the box. I support all pathways to recovery. I support harm reduction, hardcore, and Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, I believe they want you to stay in one position, because as long as you stay in that position, you're always going to come back to them. And people will say, oh, well, Alcoholics Anonymous, it's free. And honey, they are making so much money. Okay? Alcoholics Anonymous is promoted in every rehab across the United States of fucking America, and even outside of the United States of America. Okay, and their literature is sold, and their literature is handed out in these places as well. And so they're making money off of you coming in there and donating in the donation plate every day. And so it kept me stunted. It kept me stunted. I used it for what it was good for at the beginning, which was helping me with stability, because that was something that I lacked in my life, stability and structure. Once I was able to develop stability and structure in my life, I no longer needed the program. And I have been doing amazing since. I used to think that if I had a sip of alcohol that I would relapse on methamphetamine and that I would die. That's not true. That's not true. That's only going to happen if you want it to happen. There's a guy on here, his name is Renee, and he goes by Unconquered Healing, and he talks about it all the time, that Alcoholics Anonymous is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think that you're going to always be an addict or alcoholic, then you will always be an addict or alcoholic. Can you think past that? Can you think outside of the box? If you can, then you will move past that. And that's what I'm trying to do in my life now, 4 years out of the program. I hope this helps share my perspective, and if AA or NA helps you, do it. Do whatever it is that has to help you be a better person and stay on the right path. But for me, it was just no longer serving me. Since I have gotten out of that box, I have branched out into so many different areas of my life, and that I have grown and I've been able to develop, and I have been able to enjoy things, genuinely enjoy things, and not live a life full of fear of drugs and alcohol, like they are going to jump in my body and take me over, because they don't. That's not how it works. So, love you guys.